Hello and welcome to my Monday. I'm going to do something fun. It's actually the afternoon. It's coming up to 2:30. I've just been working until this point. How do you like my new top? You might think it looks very like another one I have, and it is actually. I went to Tesco's yesterday and this was reduced to £15. Unfortunately, it's an extra small and it was the only one they had. Hang on, that needs to go lower. It was the only one that they had in the shop and it doesn't really come down as low as I'd like, but there were literally no other sizes, and as you can see I can get into it. And it's very nice for the house and it's smart and tidy. So I snapped it up, didn't I? It's lovely just for this time of year now. Would have been £29, but it's now 15. So yeah, pleased about that. I kept that on to show you the price. I can cut it off now. Off you come. I think the trick with this is to wear something quite long under it because it's quite short. If you've got something really short, it rises up and it pulls it up with it and you get this exposed bit of flesh at the back, which can be quite chilly in the winter. Anyway, I'm going to do something fun. Yes, apparently I am actually going batty. I just literally Googled free bat template A4 and that came out, so I printed that out. I am making up my daughter a lovely little Halloween package. It's her first Halloween, not living at home anymore. It's her first Halloween as an adult as well. I feel like I should give her sweeties, so I am. Adults can have sweeties too, so I've been gradually making her up this little package. I got some of these. This I got from B&M, in case she makes little cuppy cakes at Halloween, little festive cake toppers. These are not Halloween-y, but she loves butterfly stickers and she's got them all over her room anyway, so they'll go in with that theme. Eyeballs and things in chocolate and foil. Anything else? Or is that, oh, there's something else. Oh, these I got from a gig, so I just added them in. And there's one more thing I can feel in there. One more thing. Turkish Delights. I know, not very horrific or Halloween-y, but I bought myself a multi-pack, so I just put one of those in there. So it's not loads. It's not over the top. It's just a little nice little token gesture for her. And I just wanted to hand make her a little card. So I've been raiding my drawers. The orange printer paper, that was in there. I'm actually going to probably glue to the outside of this to make it all Halloween-y coloured and then use some black marker pen on the outside. Make it look very Halloween-y. And this is card from my card drawer. Actually came from Lidl originally. So that was in my card drawer, which I need to go through. Now, you may remember recently I had a bit of a sort out. I was organising my craft materials and things. I found a taker for it. See, I didn't want to just put it in the landfill. And I didn't think charity shops would really want opened things. I don't think they would anyway. So I had a little think about it and I contacted an old group that I used to go to with my daughter when we were home educating, and they do arts and crafts, and they said they'd love it. So I haven't finished sorting through it all yet, but once I have, I'll take a trip down there and drop it off to them in person. It'll just be so nice to just say hi and catch up, I think, as well. There'll be a lot of new people there because I haven't home educated for so long, but it'll still be nice. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to at some point when I get round to it. But in the meantime, I'm going to get my brain into gear now and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Right, let's pop all those back in first because they're just taking up loads of room. Now, I was thinking originally I would just make a cardboard black bat and write Happy Halloween on the side of it, and maybe she could blue tack it to a wall or whatever. But actually, I think I'd like to cut a few out of the black card and then mount them onto a different colour. I wonder what colours I've got. I'm not sure because I haven't used this for a while. And that one, I was thinking like a sort of blue. Don't know if I've got that colour. I love colours, you know. Nice, bold, well saturated colours. They're very cheery. Oh, I haven't quite got the one I envisaged in my mind. I would have liked that colour there. So it looks like a sort of twilighty sky, but alas, I don't think it's to be. I'm going to go for that one. Right, chosen. How indecisive I was then. Let's fold it over. Oh, I'm trying to do it at arm's length because of the camera. This could be a mistake. No, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. No, I'll make a mess of it. There we are, got it. Oh, it's a bit messy. No, it's all right, it's okay. It's fine. I obviously only need to cut one of these out because I'm just using it as a template, not actually using the actual things. Right, I'll do that for now. And then that'll be easier to cut then from a smaller piece. I didn't worry too much about the eyes because I'm going to use googly eyes, and I think actually I'm just going to draw the mouth on, so I haven't cut that out either. I've missed doing arts and crafts, I must say. I used to do a lot of this sort of thing when I was younger, as in young adult, well, and child. I used to love making cards for people. I'd spend ages on them, ages and ages. I used to pour love into them and, you know, dedicate the time and thought and attention to that person solely. And it just felt like a nice giving thing to do and it made me happy. I used to make up packages and send them to people and things like that. Anyway, right, I'm going to draw around this and see how many I can squeeze onto this. Maybe 3, maybe 2, let's see. Right, let's draw around this then. A nice silvery pencil stands out against the black beautifully then. I feel like I'm one of those kiddies art shows. Tony Hart or something. I'm showing my age. Anyone else remember Tony Hart? This is where you have to take great care not to shift the paper and then keep on outlining. Otherwise you get a really sort of higgledy-piggledy bat. All lopsided and asymmetrical. It'd probably be easier to draw around it if it was cardboard. Oh yeah, that's all right, isn't it? I'm going to cut him out and then use him as the template, I think, for the next one. There's bat number 1. It's so satisfying doing things like that. It's really gratifying. I look at it and feel pleased. Right, I'm going to do bat number 2 now. I was thinking it might be rather fun to have them actually overlapping the edge of the card. And I was also thinking I'm going to need a bigger Jiffy envelope, but that's fine. I've got a drawer of envelopes and there's loads of used ones that I've just saved some of them. I don't save all of them, I recycle a lot, but some of them I've got in there, so it's fine. I've got plenty of bigger ones and I've got brand new ones upstairs as well, if I should want to use those. So yes, that's what I think I'm going to do. I was wondering about a moon, because I've got some glitter I could use for that, I don't know. Or maybe some card, maybe. I'm going to have a look. I found a colour I like for it. It's this kind of creamy, just off-white colour. I've got a bowl. That's going to be the size of the moon, so I'm going to put it on there, draw around it, and cut it out and stick it on there. Yeah, it's going to be like a nice cardboardy collage. I love it when I get carried away and the ideas start flowing. Oops. Oh, got that a bit wonky. I'll have to hide that bit under a bat or something. I'm not sure if it's exactly a circle, but I was thinking, I wonder if the moon is completely spherical or if it's like the Earth, because the Earth isn't a complete sphere, apparently. It has an equatorial bulge and slightly squat poles because of the way it spins. Is to do with gravity and, you know, is it centrifuge or I always mix up centripetal and centrifugal. It's one of those. It's because of the spin anyway, you know, it's going outwards a bit in the middle. Right, let's see where we can position this. Excuse me, bats. We've got a moon coming behind you a minute. Wait, get out of the way. Oh, the magic then, the magic I felt then when I just shifted that a little bit into position. It's not even right yet. Oh, I love it. Should we have it right in the middle? There's something kind of pleasing about the symmetry of right in the middle, I think, but these are asymmetrical, so right, let's put that around so we can't see the pencil anyway. I like the fact that it's sticking out. I can't quite decide on the position. If you're anything like me, it's like I feel my emotions changing as I move the positions around, and then there's like a bit where it reaches like harmony. It's like almost as if it's in tune, a visual equivalent of in tune. I get the same when I'm colour fixing footage sometimes. Not that I always do it 100% because it's time consuming and nobody really notices anyway, but yeah, it's a similar thing. I'm going to have to stand back. It's not quite right, is it? It's honestly so fun doing this. I wonder if everybody's just right is different from everybody else's, like if it's a real unique thing. It's so simple, it's just 3 colours. I think that's really effective. This is the sort of thing I would have done with the homemade group when I was leading the arts and crafts activities. And this kind of thing, you can work on different layers, because if you just give toddlers ones that are pre-cut out, they can easily do that and just glue and stick it on. Or the older ones might want to make up their own bat patterns altogether. The in-betweeny ones might want to do what I've done and just trace around a template. So I loved the challenge of thinking up the activities in the first place and then making them adaptable for all ages. And the adults used to come and join in as well, and it was a real good talking point. And we had one particular artistic guy, and he'd spent ages over him getting them so right, and like the kids would just look over and get ideas from him without him actually teaching them, but they learned from him in that way, in a non-pressured, just copying way, if you know what I mean. Right, I'm going to tweak around with it and then I'm going to glue it down. It's looking like that now. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm just going to have a little rummage in my spare leftover googly eyes. I'm not going for the coloured ones. I wonder about the just teeny tiny or sort of mediums. Oh, that one's got a bit squashed. I think that one I might put in the bin. Could have them different sizes. I wonder if that would be interesting. I love googly eyes. Let's see if it looks bizarre with 2 different sizes. I'm interested as to whether that would somehow look kind of better or worse. Ooh. Yeah, no, I quite like that. I like the fact that they're different sizes. I thought I might, because they are distinguishing features, you see. Somehow or another, I don't know. Something about big, wide, staring eyes, isn't there? There's like an intensity about it, whereas... Okay, I'm going to take some time to get the position right, and I'm not going to do mouths, I'm just going to leave them like that, and that's going to be finished. Okay, so the eyeballs wouldn't stick with the Pritt stick, so I had to get this one out and use that, and now I'm thinking, how long is that going to take to dry? Because I was just thinking pop it straight in the post, and I'm thinking I can't really. But anyway, I'm pretty pleased with that card. How long does it take to dry? I didn't do it right. You're supposed to leave it for 5 minutes after you put the glue on. 25 minutes to dry. Oh, okay. No, we'll still have time to go to the post office. Look, it's this time. We can go about 10 to 4. That should be fine. I've been decorating the reused envelope. There we are. With a bit of sparkly tape. My daughter bought me that, actually. Funnily enough, that's a Sellotape brand one. I don't really like to use that in my planner. It's a bit too much, really. The glue's dried now. I've packaged it all up and I'm heading out to the post office. I have to say that was a very calming and pleasant activity. I haven't done anything like that for ages. I'm back from the post office. I'm going to have a little mid-afternoon snack. Now, this might look suspiciously like my breakfast yogurt, seeds, nuts and fruit to you. That's because it is. I've been experimenting with my breakfast time diet a bit. Thank you for all your theories and suggestions about what's causing my stomach upsets after breakfast. I have noticed if I only eat plain like rice cakes or something like that, or protein packed lentil cakes as I'm eating at the moment, then I don't have an upset stomach. If I have the yogurt without the fruit, I have an upset stomach. I haven't tried having the fruit without the yogurt, but today I just had the plain lentil cakes, no problems whatsoever. So I'm going to try eating this now, see if I can tolerate it in the day. I don't know if it is that, but it does seem to be. I'm going to keep experimenting anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to eat that, then I'm going to do some editing, and then I'm going to cook an apple pie for my boyfriend and a curry with halloumi, because that's like his favourite, unless I find I haven't got any rice, in which case I'll do something else. Good evening, it's just coming up to 7 o'clock. My boyfriend is due in about 15 minutes. I'm cooking curry and I have cooked an apple pie. I'll show you those in a minute. Now, there's a couple of questions I've had recently, and I thought, well, I might as well answer them in a video. I have answered them in the comments, but one of them is, why don't I film myself doing my flute practice? Well, I have done it a lot in the past, so there's kind of 3 reasons. I mean, I'm not going to not ever film it again, I will. It's just recently I've been, number one, I've done it a lot and I don't want to keep filming the same thing all the time. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is I've been squeezed for time, like with the daily uploads. I'm on quite a tight time schedule and it does restrict how much practice I can fit in. So I don't want to spend that time stopping and starting, moving lights and the camera and the tripod around. It breaks up my concentration. So to get an hour's practice in, and I've only got an hour, I need to not film it really. So that's why. But as my busyness levels drop, I can start filming bits and bobs again. I know a proportion of the audience is not interested in me playing the flute. A proportion are. I look at my retention graph. I do lose people when I practice my flute, so I know that's not the most popular part of the videos. So I don't want to, you know, bore people with it. But it's something I spend hours and hours on every week, so it's a big part of my life. So is that all the reasons? Yeah, I will do it again. If I'm doing anything new or sort of significant, I'll definitely film it, but I don't want to just keep filming myself doing scales and exercises all the time. So that's that. And somebody else on a music theme as well was asking, can I please film the band playing sometimes? Well, I have done quite a lot in the past. The most recent ones I can think of, there was one occasion in the Isle of Man when I was over there with the Cayley band where Mick was actually able to film us while we were playing because he wasn't calling, and that was a rare thing, so he actually managed to film a bit. So there was that, and also leading up to that I managed to film in the rehearsal at Guy's house because I had a bit more freedom. But when I'm doing my gigs, they're almost all private bookings, so I've got to be very careful not to get any of the audience in, because it's a private booking. It would be really unprofessional of me to turn up as a booked musician and then, you know, film people and have them put on the internet without their knowledge or consent. So I'm very careful to be respectful when I'm filming there. And also, because we are a Cayley band, it's very difficult to find somewhere to put the camera on a tripod safely where it's not going to get smashed over by dancers, because it would have to be where the dancers are. Occasionally we get a stage, and that's when I will prop it up somewhere, either on a tripod. I rarely take a big cumbersome tripod with me to my gigs because I've got enough gear to carry, but sometimes I can, or I put it on a chair, and I have done that quite a lot in the past. So if that's ever a possibility, I most certainly do get shots, but I'm being paid to do a job of work there. It would be unprofessional of me to just wander off stage when I'm supposed to be playing, to be doing handheld shots of the rest of the band, because I'm playing you know, pretty much through all of it. So those are the reasons. I know it's frustrating. It's just the way it is though, but you know, hopefully get some snatches of rehearsal, and you know, if I do get a nice big stage and somewhere safe I can put the tripod, I shall most certainly do that. And actually I do have a playlist on my channel which has got more than 50 videos in it. I haven't added to it for ages, but it's called something like My Adventures with the Flute or Adventures with My Flute, something like that. In that there are vlogs in which I have managed to film the bands or me playing. So there's that. It's quite old now though. You might see a bit of a difference in the approach to vlogging because I've evolved a bit since then. A different camera, that sort of thing. Anyway, right, my rice has pinged. So I've got rice in there, cooking in my lovely microwave. This is my pie I've made. I won't be getting any prizes for presentation, but I just used ready rolled pastry and did that in the oven. And over here we have got, I don't know why I didn't pronounce my H then. Ouch. Curry, there it, oh, and it's bubbling a bit more vigorously than it should be. It's because I got distracted vlogging. For some reason it's incredibly watery. I think I'm going to leave the lid off that. There's all sorts of good things in there. Oh, I forgot to put the halloumi in. I better do that now. I'll get off camera and I'll do the halloumi, because IB will, he'll be upset if there's no halloumi in there. No, he won't really. He won't really, but it's his favourite bit, I think. So better make sure I get that in. Anyway, I'm going to have the rest of the evening off camera so I can devote my attention to my other half. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Could you please give it a like if you happen to like it, subscribe down below to watch more videos from me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!